let's take a look at some different rules and see if we can come up with some values for those rules. We've got 3 different rules up on the board. First rule says the output is equal to whatever the input is times 2. The second rule says whatever your x value is, I want you to add 3 to it. The third rule says your y value is equivalent to 2 times your x value in addition to 3. Let's start with our first rule. This one's the most basic, talking about inputs and outputs. What we have created a chart. In this chart, well, the inputs, I just decided, hey, let's have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to keep it simple. Well, if the input is 0, that goes here. 0 times 2 is 0. So our output is equal to 0 times 2. That's a 0. If our input changes, our input becomes a 1. Now we have to say the output is equal to 1 times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. What if our input is 2? This value is 2. Well, then the output equals 2 times 2, which is 4. One more, 3. If the input is 3, our output is equal to 3 times 2, which is 6. Now I said one more, we still have a couple left, and the reason is I want you guys to notice a pattern. I want you to look at the outputs. We go from 0 to 2, from 2 to 4, from 4 to 6, and you might be able to see that what's happening is we keep going up 2, up 2, up 2. Up 2 every time, and that might be able to, you might be able to notice that that might be coming from our actual rule here out ahead. But what that plus 2 tells us is that our next value is 8, and it tells you that our next value after that must be 10. Let's move to our second rule. Second rule says whatever your x is, add 3 to it. Well, in this case, my x is 0. What is 0 plus 3? Well, that's 3. What if x is 1? Well, if x is 1, we can imagine a 1 here. 1 plus 3 is 4. What if x is 2? Well, if this is a 2, 2 plus 3 is 5. Some of you might be noticing already these output values. This is going up by 1. This is going up by 1. We might assume that the next one is going to go up by 1 as well. Well, let's check. If x is 3, 3 plus 3 is 6, and sure enough, that was going up by 1. We can assume then the next one is 7, and the last one here is 8. Let's go to our last rule. This one says your y value is equal to 2 times your x plus 3. This is a 2-step rule. We have to do 2 things. First thing we have to do is 2 times your x value, and then always adding 3 at the end. Well, let's say your x is 0. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 3 is 3. So if I put in a 0, my y value equals 0 plus 3. Well, that's 3. If it's a 1, y equals 2 times 1, well, that's 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. If it's a 2, if x equals 2, 2 times 2 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. So if x is 2, y equals 7. You might be noticing here, oh, we're going up by 2. We're going up by 2. Chances are the next one is going to keep that same pattern and going up by 2. Well, we'd assume it's a 9. Let's check it out. If x is 3, well, 2 times 3 is 6. 6 plus 3 is 9. So that's correct. We'd assume our next one is 11, and our last one is 13. 3 different types of rules. Input, output. We still think of this as input, output, and this is input and our output, and how they work with each other. A matter of changing what you're putting in right, and noticing patterns, right, along the way to come up with the output values.